Let's see.
I'll just... We're good? We're live? Things are operating at a normal capacity?
What's the sound like? I'm not unmuting because that would mean I'd have to hear myself.
Adam does have the RTMP, yes. He is tuning in on the website, so...
Website.com.
Website.com. Alright, so this is Fable Lost Chapters, any percent. Gonna have about 90 minutes to beat this game. Should be able to do that in that time, so let's get this started.
And I'm helping.
He is helping. That is Adam _T on Twitch. And there's the timer. Let's go. So, this is Fable. The way to move around in this game is just rolling, because rolling is fast. It's basically Zelda, so... What's the best version of Fable to put it under Twitch? Fable The Lost Chapters. So there's this bully, and we're gonna beat him up because he's a big meanie. So
We do a lot of bullying to start out the game.
we do a lot of bullying. So we get a teddy bear, and that's a bit important. So the context is that it is our sister's birthday, and we have to do some good deeds to get some money. So we're gonna
Or bad deeds.
Or bad deeds. So we give that girl the teddy bear, and we have 2 good deeds done. So we're gonna go talk to our dad over here. Hello, Dad. And he's given us 2 gold. Now, we need 3 gold to get a present for him, so we're gonna just work our way over here to this guy. And he's cheating on his wife, but we have a nice fast conversation with him, and he pays us off. So we now have 3 gold, and we have enough money to buy some presents. Hello, Murgo. That's the name of the trader. He has a nice mustache, and now we have some chocolate. So we are going to make our way through these chickens for good luck, and now that we have chocolate, we're going to make our way over to our sister who's just hanging out in a field for some reason. So how about you introduce yourself, Adam? What do you have to say?
Yes, hello, I'm Etim. I've run this game for about 3 years now, with no signs of stopping. And yeah, I know lots about the game, so if anyone has any questions, just type it in chat. Just be like, hey, how do you do this?
Yeah, so everything is on fire because we're being invaded by bandits. Because, I don't know, we decided to give our sister bandits as a birthday present. That's really not good, by the way. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, side note for the future, don't give bandits as a birthday present. Not a good idea.
Like, you can put a bow on it, but it's still gonna try and kill you. Like, you don't want to do that.
And he might stab you if you try and put a bow on him.
Yeah, too. So that's Whisper. We don't really like her, so we're gonna punch her in the face. And we do that because we do a bit of a skipped bit later on in the guild. So it requires us to hit her 2 times, and it's just fastest to hit someone right there, and she just happens to be the person right there to hit. So
Yeah,
very fortunate
it's
for
not only
us.
fun, but
I mean, it's really fun, and it's speedy.
yeah.
That's the guildmaster, by the way. He's some weird creep who doesn't really talk all that much. Except when your
Oh
health
no,
is
he
low.
talks a lot.
I'm not making much of an impact.
So we're being taught basic combat stuff, and we got a stick, because using our fists isn't really that good, so we're going to beat this dummy up a little bit better.
Ah, now that's more like...
And we got some experience. And yes, there is a bid war, and there are incentives for the run. Well, singular incentive. Incentive for a glitch showcase after the run, and a bid war to spare or kill Whisper later on. And Whisper is the person that we punch, so you already get an inclination of what we really want to do. So we're on our way to do our first quest, and that's to kill some beetles. So gonna just smack these bugs with our stick.
So killing the beetles here is surprisingly challenging because they love to jump up in the air and just like ruin the way, because the way the targeting system works is that when you're near an enemy, you'll highlight them in red and you'll like sort of start hitting towards them, but where they like to move around and ruin your day, you'll often miss your hits, so it's more difficult than it looks.
Yeah, but if you're fast enough, you can usually catch them when they're spawning in together, and you can get them in clumps and get some cleaves, which saves on the amount of swings that you have to do, and that saves time. So it's always good when you get that. I think I got like 2 cleaves there, which is pretty alright.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And now we're some adolescent now, so we're a bit taller and not as a child. And fortunately, we didn't get big kid glitch this run, and You know what Big Glitch is, right, Adam? I'd assume so.
Yeah. So what it is this game doesn't handle, so there's like little cutscenes with like a mural and stuff, and each time it does that, it will just play like a WMV video file. But sometimes the game doesn't like that, and what it will do is instead it will make everyone the same size essentially. It will mute all music, increase the chances of the game crashing, and what else is there? Also, every time a cutscene happens, your game will be muted until you pause the game. So yeah,
Yeah,
not pleasant.
that was a really good whisper, by the way.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, and probably a big thing to note about Big Glitch is if you get it mid-run, it will basically disable the videos that play when you're trying to upgrade your stats, and that is actually something extremely beneficial, because there's a lot of lag whenever you upgrade your stats, when it's just loading every individual video. So having that be disabled saves you a ton of time, but the risks that come with Big Glitch, also that's where we use the skip from punching Whisper in the face. We skip this lesson. But there's a lot of instability with Big Glitch, and it's often very, very detrimental. So, and it's not really within your control either, so if you get it, then awesome, you get time save, but you're also at more risk of ruining your run, so...
Also, if you try and quit the game or load any kind of save, your game will just crash.
Yeah, that is also something to note. It is just deadly for loading and quitting. It's just not good.
There is a reason, I'll say now, there is a reason why we call this game Stable Fable.
Yeah, if we had the FFC going, you'd have a lot of meme Fable emotes to use, but unfortunately, it's not set up right now, so oh well. Now we're doing the final part of the guild, and it's to beat up Maze. And this is Maze, by the way. He saved us. Yeah, he didn't really get that good of a spawn, unfortunately. But yeah, we have to hit him 7 times with each of the combat styles that we've learned. So we have our bow, and he spawned right behind me with the... That's really decent. I wish he had done that for the melee, but I don't think that's actually possible.
Well, if you don't believe.
Yeah, all we have to do is just be targeting Maze, so we don't actually have to be that close to him, so we can just zap him from super far away. But sometimes
he doesn't even need to be in like your field of view as long as you're targeting him.
Yeah, but sometimes he can go really, really far. Like he can be over here, and you'll end up untargeting him. So a bit sucky when that happens, but usually that's not the case. And now we have graduated from the guild. So we're going to leave the guild, and we're going to get our first upgrade, which is Assassin's Rush. And it is probably the most important bit of movement tech early on in the run, because it allows us to go very, very fast. So pick up this quest card, and yes, Adam?
Yeah, so what it basically does is it just rushes you forward. You can see it's like that blue effect thing. And it also has a few other like modes to it, quote unquote. So if you're highlighting someone, it will rush towards them, and that's either a good thing or a bad thing. If they're in front of you, that's great because you can also zip behind them. Like if when you're within a certain range, you can zip through them. But if they're behind you, then you'll zip behind, like you'll keep going backwards, which is no good. So in some areas, it's actually faster to roll than it is to rush.
Yeah, it's most notable during Greatwood whenever we have a lot of wasps on us, because the aggro will just cause them to be behind us, and this was a pretty bad clear right here. Yeah, they'll be on your butt, and when you try and do an Assassin's Rush, you'll just end up back rushing, and that is just very, very detrimental. So
yeah,
and
this is not even worth trying.
This is our first real quest, the Wasp's Queen, and she's a real pushover. So we shoot her with our bow, and we're already in her second phase. We just have to hit her 6 times with our sword, and she'll be dead. That was easy. Sometimes these wasps will drop a potion for us to grab, and that's just like a bit of a freebie. But we didn't get it this time. Will management is a very important thing during this run. Having enough will potions to sustain throughout the run. Because you don't want to use too many, or else you end up just being on a deficit and you won't be able to use spells, which are very, very important. So it's important not to like double use potions or just waste.
Just use them as soon as you like lose any kind of mana.
Yeah. So yeah, just saw me slightly rush towards that guard there because he was highlighted purple. And I'll probably have it happen again here, yeah. And there's some areas that you can't use magic, like Bowerstone, for example. And also a place later on called the Prison.
Mhm. So can I explain what's going on here? So basically, what's happening is that this game has an economy system, but it doesn't quite work the way you'd think. So you can buy stuff in bulk for cheap, and then you can sell it back for, because you have a lot of it and they have none of it, you can sell it back for more than you originally paid for it. So using this, he's just gotten about 2,500 gold. And to give you some perspective, the quest he completed just gave 500, and that's like considered quite a bit for this part of the game. So he's got a really solid amount of gold to buy some new weapons.
Yeah, so we pick up this bow. It's the strongest bow that we can get feasibly at this point in the game, and it's good enough to carry us to the White Ballerine. And after that, we pick up the Master Longbow, or it carries us after Twin Blade, and then after that, we grab the Master Longbow. I should explain them better.
So also what you just picked up there is an Ages of Might potion, and what that does is it gives you 1,000 strength XP. But the way XP works in this game is that whatever you get is it calculates it based on your combat multiplier, which is basically just your combo meter. So the higher your combat multiplier, the more XP you'll get. So like for instance, if you have 10 combat multiplier, you'll get 10,000 instead of 1,000, and so on and so on. So you can get a huge amount of XP just by using it at the right time, which we will do in a little bit.
Yeah, and if you've seen a Fable speedrun before, you'd maybe have seen a person go to the right there and fish up another potion, but in the route that I use, I don't go for that fish because it eliminates RNG, and we do something else that is basically sufficient. It's an alternative route. I'd say it's probably equal in time, or maybe a little bit faster. Would you say?
Yeah, I'd probably say about equal.
Yeah, so I just like going for this route because there's less RNG to deal with, and
it's more hype.
It's more hype, yeah. We get something pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll probably end up going behind that guy. Yep. Wasn't in the greatest place. Hopefully we don't get a wasp on our butt. That guy was already aggoed on someone else. We got one on our butt, unfortunately. We can do a bit of assassin rushing, but we're not going to be able to do too much because, again, if he gets too close, then we'll end up doing a backdash, and that's just not efficient, so.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because wasps are like insanely fast. It's like, I think they're the second fastest in the game, only behind nymphs.
Yeah, nymphs are also like the most annoying thing in this game.
Luckily they only show up like twice, which is a good thing.
They show up like up to 3 times, I think. Alright, so here you can notice the number below our health and mana. That's our combat multiplier, and we gotta maintain it. So I'm just gonna shock these guards a bit, because they've been naughty. Probably running through the wheat fields or something.
Topical joke.
Yeah. So yeah, we just shock these guards, and we gotta just maintain the combat multiplier, because if we leave it for too long without hurting something, then it will just start to decay, and we don't want that.
Yeah, it just sort of like doesn't matter who you hurt, it just wants, it's a bit bloodthirsty.
Blood for the blood god. And we're gonna kill these guards because, again, they didn't do a good enough job, and we need to have 12 combat multiplier, so.
Like, you can sometimes get away with 11, but it's usually best to go with 12, especially on this route.
Yeah, always good to have 12 combat multiplier, get that full XP that you can obtain. And we're gonna shoot Whisper with our bow because we're dirty cheaters, and she expects us to fight with melee, but she doesn't know how to block arrows at this point in the game, so we're good.
You have reached unsung status.
And you'll hear like stuff like that around, like you've reached whatever status, and that's just a sign of our renown growing. And renown is honestly useless throughout the run because we end up garnering enough renown by doing the main quests anyways, so it usually just affects your like standing with villagers and stuff, like what they think of you, but we don't care what they think of us. Nah, we're going fast.
Yeah, we'll just bully them.
Yeah, and like we also gain more emotes and stuff, but we don't really utilize those at all during the run, so.
Oh my goodness.
Honk honk. And we zapped that guy because he would trigger a dialogue if we got too close, and you know, we don't want to talk to people because we're antisocial and that's slow, so...
That was very nice of him to just honk right outside my house.
Yeah, what a lad.
What a gentleman.
What a gent. Alright, so we've reached the Greatwood College Gate, and we're going to go back to the guild because we want to do two things. Well, three things, actually. We want to pick up the quest card for our next quest, which is the Trader Escort, and we want to upgrade our stats so we can get some better stuff. And I'm going to do something a little bit awesome, so...
Yeah. So the reason he had to go all the way up to this area here is because only certain areas have teleport points, so you can once you get to a certain area you can teleport there and teleport back. So so it's actually faster to go to an area first and then take the quest, because the next quest is like 2 areas down, so it's much quicker to just go there first. Otherwise you have to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You can see that it's really slow to upgrade sometimes because it's just loading individual videos. Alright, I'm going to clear up my hotbar real quick a little bit, so I'm going to have my spells on my hotbar so I don't have to scroll through the spell wheel, and that's good. Alright, so now we have Berserk, and it's a pretty good spell to have. It helps with our movement because we can roll a lot faster, and it just makes us go faster. We can do an Assassin's Rush and a roll, or 2 rolls. It's fast. We do an Assassin's Rush and 2 rolls, and that's just the fastest way to move around. Alright, so here, this is the Chamber of Fate. There's some cool paintings. I'm gonna move myself up a little bit. That's a little bit far, but we can still probably nail it. Nah, it's too deep. Alright, there we go. So we have the Sword of Aeons now, and this is like basically endgame sword. There's a more powerful sword available somewhere else, but
we
right
can't
now,
easily get to it.
Yeah, so we got this sword. So I'm gonna hit this guy 3 times.
So to explain what just happened
there.
Alright,
nice. I just got a hub transfer.
Oh, nice.
I'll explain that for you. You just say what you want to.
Alright, yeah, so basically what happened there is that, as I mentioned before, when you Assassin's Rush, you can zip behind something, and how that works is that what he did was he summoned a wasp, which has quite a large hitbox, and he summoned it in like a specific angle, and then at that angle, it sort of ignores the fact that there's like a floor there, and just lets you zip through, and essentially the sword is just hiding under the ground for the whole game. Just it's actually just to save resources on one cutscene. Like instead of having to spawn in the sword or something, it will just like rise up from the ground. So basically the developer's negligence leads to a very handy weapon at the start of the game.
Alright, that was weird. I thought I had gotten a headshot on that
yeah, it looked like you did.
I guess I didn't charge my bow back enough or something. We're supposed to do a cool little headshot right there and just, you know, murder him because murder is fast, but we just kind of nicked him in the head instead. He's kind of pissed off, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, here I'm going to do an Assassin's Rush, and we have iframes, and it's very, very generous with the iframes that the game gives you here. We'll be using the iframes a bit more later on.
Yeah, it gives you like a whole second of iframes after you use it, so...
Yeah. Street Fighter hates him.
Don't know how he dodged hits with one simple trick.
So yeah, we've reached about the halfway point in this area, Darkwood, and I'm gonna quickly just kill this guy because that guy talks to the traders within the camp a lot more than the guy with the red hat. So a bit of favoritism going on in here, but it's for the sake of going fast. So we're gonna make our way over to this gateway, and we're gonna watch the green circle on the mini-map that's expanded. And once it starts spinning, we can go to the next area, because if we leave before then he'll just stay inside the camp, but if we wait for the circle to start spinning, then he'll be in motion, and we can just go on to the next area.
So another thing to note here is the fact that you'll notice that he's not actually worrying about keeping the trader safe or anything, because surprisingly, some people may have had issues with this quest as a kid, but what you can just do is, as long as you're quick enough, you can just sort of run straight through, and then the trader's going to follow you.
Yeah.
But he'll be behind all of the enemies, so the enemies will be chasing you, and then he'll be running behind the enemies, so they won't even care about him.
Yeah, just so long as you're going through the area fast enough, the game will just allow you to just somehow teleport him to the next area. And this is a troll. He doesn't really like us in his swamp, so we're gonna kind of just fight him here. And we're just gonna tear him to bits with our Sword of Aeons because it's just so overtly strong for this point in the game. Not my swamp. And we're gonna wait for the trader to get right about there. And if we go a bit too soon, then he'll end up just being stuck inside the swamp, and that's not where you want him to be. You want to be out here. In Barrow Fields, and we visit this place a couple times throughout the run. It's a kind of an important place.
Yeah, surprisingly important considering it's got basically nothing in it.
Yeah. And we're supposed to bring 2 traders, but we only bring 1, and like the guy saw us murder that guy in cold blood. But you know, no consequences, no regrets, it's all fine. And I use the bed there to ensure that it's daytime whenever we go into Oakvale, because we need to be trading inside Oakvale, because we need money for things, so...
Yeah, so what you saw before when he traded to get 2,000 gold, we're going to take that up to the next level here.
Yeah, so I'm going to buy some perfumes, and I'm going to sell them again, because people love good smelling things in great quantities, so... We purchase those things and we get some rocks, because people love rocks. And we're gonna sell these rocks again. And we're gonna buy some potions. So we just made like 30,000 gold. Which is...
Yeah, and just no biggie at all.
Yeah. Doctors hate him. And now we're gonna be going to the only real progression break in the game. And we're gonna be skipping an area that we have to normally go through in a quest. So... Would you care to explain what I'm about to do?
Yeah, so like similar to what happened before with in the Chamber of Fate and getting Sword of Aeon, so it's a similar deal, but it just requires a different hitbox, which is why he had to kill a hob with summon before. So he's basically summoning slightly into a door. It's ignoring the hitbox of the door and just zipping right through. So which is what happened there. He got it first try, which is very good.
Yeah, I have like my own kind of like personal setup for it. It's like you're at around the halfway mark of the buckle of the door, I suppose, and you want to be aiming at about like 10 o'clock.
Like it looks surprisingly complex, but as soon as you get the hang of it, it's like really easy. Also to note here, because you're meant to, the first time you visit here is meant to be on a quest, there's meant to be a bunch of enemies that chase you and ruin your day. But it's just completely empty, so we can just walk through here with our hearts, or to our heart's content.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be like stopping at each chest and like picking up some bandit gear, but we will not be requiring that.
Yeah, because like to get through the door that you just saw there, you normally need like a disguise to get in, like some bandit gear, but we're just gonna clip through that door like we did the other one.
Yeah. And honestly, the those smaller doors are pretty hard clips to actually get a hang of. They can be a real hassle sometimes.
Yeah, the second one can tend to ruin your day sometimes.
Yeah, and that guy's like, you gotta talk to me to get in. But... You know, I was trying to be impressive and stuff, but unfortunately I completely flubbed it, so... That should be good.
It's alright.
There we go. Second try. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. So that door, a lot of people consider that one to be the hardest one to clip, even though on paper it looks like one of the easiest.
Yeah, just because you have the NPC there, and sometimes you'll end up soft-targeting him if you are too close to him, and it's just really irritating to not get. But this door is probably a lot easier. Like, you just go right in there without issue, so...
Yeah, so another thing to note is you'll notice Biglaw's picking up a few ages of strength, skill, and will XP potions, and that'll be for later on. Because we also get 2 ages of will XP, or ages of will potions, so we're going to be getting quite a lot of XP soon.
Yeah, and you notice that I killed my summoning creature whenever we entered the area. And that's because if you go to a new area with a summoning creature, it's a lot more difficult to get a summoning clip going for some unknown reason, so... Better
also,
off just killing
that was a really nice fourth clip.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's a lot harder to get a clip. And this is Twin Blade, and we're gonna just kind of irritate him real quick, so he aggro on us. And I want him to be hitting us, so please hit me. Hit me, damn it.
Yeah, so when you get hit in berserk form, you actually increase the amount of damage you do. So we
Yeah.
use that to advantage
I've
because
seen so many
it means that you can basically just turn into a one-shot kill machine. Because the
Yeah,
other good thing about berserk is that you don't actually die in berserk. You can get hit as much as you can at like 1 health, and you just won't die at all.
yeah. The only thing that can affect you is knockback, and there's only like some things that can cause knockback, like explosions or powerful enough enemies. And Twin Blade is not one of those. He's a very weak baby. And we did not get Big Kid glitch mid-run, which is very nice. So
That was a very impressive victory.
you can tell if we
Yeah.
get Big Kid glitch in the middle of the run because we will be a lot smaller whenever we're berserked. We'll be normal human size. And fortunately, we did not get it, so we don't have to worry about instability or anything. But we can still listen to the awesome soundtrack.
Recognize status.
Shoutouts
Isn't that
to
nice?
yeah, shoutouts to Summerfields. That's a great track.
Yeah.
I'm scratching my nose a lot. I don't know. It's a tick, I suppose. Are we going to Witchwood now? Witchwood? That wood. That wood that contains the archaeologist. Which is a
Oh,
man that
we
has
don't
gone
know
to...
yet.
No, we do.
We don't know yet.
Well, shush. So, we would typically be doing something involving some stones and spelling out a name. And should I actually just do the fun thing?
Yeah, do the fun thing. So
Alright.
so there's some stones, and you have to like hit them in a certain order to spell out this demon door, which is like that door with a face on its name. And his name, spoiler alert, is Hits. But if you take the S at the end and put it at the front, you make a very, very inappropriate word, and the game doesn't like it. There's actually an Easter egg you do, where if you hit the stones in that order, it will spawn two Balverines, which is like werewolves, as you can see here.
Yeah, so he just said the naughty word, and I'm gonna go back and actually just clip through the door.
Dude, this game is so rude.
You know, this might not have been a good idea.
Yeah, in hindsight,
Alright, I'll just kill these guys.
you did almost die there as well.
Be dead. Well, that guy disappeared. This is fine. And they're Balverines, not werewolves.
Yeah, in hindsight, you probably should have just taken our word for it.
Yeah, I should have probably
Also-
just spelled it correctly, but, you know, that's not fun.
Also, it's raining indoors for some reason.
It is, it's a very, very drippy cave.
I'm sure we can keep him safe. You should return to the guild now. There's an important quest card waiting for you. It seems not whole blade is in some trouble.
So, yeah, after we spelt a naughty word, we clipped into the door where the archaeologist will just kind of hide. And I don't know how he like managed to convince a demon door to live inside a demon door. Like, I don't
Guessed it nicely.
know. Please, I'd like a hideout, please.
Please. Yeah, so similar to what happened after finishing Orchard Farm, we're going to be doing the same deal here, so just moving to the next town first before we take the next quest, because the next quest takes place in the town, so it saves us some backtracking.
Yeah, and we can't pick up the quest card until we go to the area. So, actually, we can pick it up earlier, but it's faster to go back to the guild, because
So its gates are barred for the moment.
we can just teleport back. And it has a Cullis Gate, and no other place in the area has a Cullis Gate. So,
Yeah,
and also we need to upgrade our stats. So,
that's always nice as well.
yeah. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick up some accuracy.
Accuracy allows you to cause more damage.
And that will just
in
increase the
ranged
bow damage,
combat
because we'll be
and make your
basically
shots more
exclusively using our
precise.
bow this quest.
Yeah, this is a very bow-intensive quest. Also, there's a fun thing where if you try and use a guild seal while you're still in the middle of an animation, it'll just not work. And I love that so much.
Yeah, that costs about 2 seconds each time you mess it up. So make sure you finish that animation, kids.
But you know what about animations? We can skip an animation, so we're going to charge back our bow fully, and we're going to look away and skip the death animation for that Ballerine. Also, please be dead. Thank you.
Yeah, it took us a disturbingly long amount of time to realize that the Balverine spawn as soon as you like look at the gate. So before we were just like, oh, what does this? And we were just like sitting there for ages.
Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
So here's the white Ballerine. We're going to just be like a giant shot caller and just kind of zap him, because we have to hit him 10 times. And it's fastest just to use our willpowers on him, so...
Yeah, it doesn't matter like how much damage you do or what you do, it just like wants you to hit them 10 times.
Yeah, and I kind of whiffed there a bit, unfortunately. You can skip his like long howling animation by shooting him with the bow, but I whiffed a bit. I don't like aiming in with the bow because I'm lazy. And that sometimes costs me, but I'm usually pretty good at just being right up in its face and just hitting it. Also, if we rub in our noggin, we just kind of zap him anyways, so that works. And now we have our first augmentation that we can equip, and that is the silver augmentation. And it lets you deal additional damage to Balverines and undead, so we'll be utilizing that in this quest, and also the arena, so... So again, earlier we just kind of look away and our problems will go away.
Yeah, if only everything was like that.
If only it worked in real life.
Me IRL.
And earlier I didn't say what I picked up, but I picked up Physical Shield, and that's basically what it is. It's a shield that is generated from magic, and it prevents us from taking damage.
Yeah. It's surprising. Like, I would say it's the most broken spell in the game, but like, there's so many spells that are just crazy broken.
Yeah, so we're gonna aim a little bit above these leaves, and we'll nail them in the back. So it does his howl animation and summons more buddies. And I put away my bow for some reason. Shoot that guy. Alright, White Ballerine got caught on that corpse, which is pretty nice. Sometimes that'll happen. Back it up. I'm gonna hope I can suck up that XP real quick. Alright. Unfortunately, one of those guys flew into the air, so we have to... Hopefully we can get him to come down before then. Alright, he did. Nice.
Yes, this area is like probably one of the most dangerous bits of the run because basically if you get hit twice, because the hit, as I said before, physical shield uses your mana rather than health, but the hit that drops your shield, you don't actually take damage from that. But if anything just like hits you in between you using the potion and re-putting up your shield, you'll lose your combat multiplier, which is no good.
Yeah, the physical shield can take 3 hits in total before breaking, which is it's pretty lenient.
Yeah, it's like damage based, so it's not going to be 3 for everything, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's just Balverines happen to do 3 hits worth of damage before it breaks, so that's nice. And now we picked up the arena quest card, and we're gonna upgrade our stats yet again, so it's gonna be a pretty big upgrade. Get 5 physique, we can pick up a lot more speed and accuracy. And pick up a very important spell called Inflame. And it's a very powerful AoE spell. It's very, very, very nice.
This is probably the spell that, like, when you was playing when you was young, you was like, wow, this is the most broken thing in the game, but after the arena, surprisingly, we don't use it that much because the sword in combination with Berserker and another spell we'll be getting called Multi-Strike. Well, we've already got Multi-Strike, but in combination with that, you can just do like thousands of damage with just a single hit.
Yeah, and also probably one thing that's even more broken is a spell called Force Push, and you wouldn't think that, but there's a... I wouldn't call it a mechanic. It's a feature.
Yeah, so essentially all the spell does is just knock enemies back and do some damage, which sounds on paper, it just sounds pretty useless. But not only is it good for giving yourself breathing space to move around, but also there's a bug in it where if you... so obviously it does damage and knocks enemies back, and the damage done is based on how far, or if the thing you pushed hits a wall or something. the game doesn't actually check to see if the thing is alive or not. So you can just use force push on dead bodies on the floor, which in the arena there's going to be a lot of dead bodies on the floor. So you can imagine it does damage and it calculates it. It basically says, right, you're doing a whole bunch of damage here. So you end up getting a whole bunch of combat multiplier, which is super useful because it means we get a whole bunch of XP.
Yeah. And I gotta talk to this guy real quick. And I'm gonna pick up another silver augmentation and a piercing augmentation and some potions.
So at this point, you've got like basically a minute of waiting time while the guy before you gets slaughtered in the arena. So you can just do whatever. So the thing we usually do is push back this guard here because basically the guard starts. Well, after the cutscene is saying you can starts, you have to talk to a guard. So we just push him into the right spot, sort of where you end in the cutscene. So it takes a few seconds rather than having to run up and talk to him.
Yeah, so we just kind of be a big meanie and just use force push on him. And it kind of affects everyone else, but you know, we don't really care about everyone else.
Yeah, we like bullying.
Yeah, the guard's a little bit shaken up by it. He's not really coping very well with it.
Yeah. Lip quivering, sort of that stuff.
Yeah, he's just not taking it whatsoever.
Either he's just got an invisible cookie that he's really enjoying.
He's like,
Either one.
It's so good. I'd like a cookie, please. Yeah, sometimes me and Ed will just quote people from the game because
Yeah.
it's a very quotable game.
There's even a guard that says you can quote me if you like, that happened about a minute ago.
Yeah, quite profound, mate. You quote me if you like. So yeah, you'll
So we
see
can-
right here. You can see our combat multiplier already starting to go up. So our previous highest combat multiplier was 23, but we're gonna surpass that by a great amount.
Yeah, maybe quadruple it, pentuple it.
Pentuple is only for hundo.
Well, guess we're doing Hundo.
Yeah, surprise! 3-hour run.
So yeah, so we've already passed our best combat multiplier in like no time at all.
Yeah, and
You
I'm
can
just
see our combat multiplier just going all the way up.
I'm just smashing that button. Oh god. So yeah, we've already hit 42 combat multiplier, and we're gonna hit our next wave, which is the Hobbs. And
So one thing we also neglected to mention is the fact that you notice the Biglaw puts summon on multiple different keys at once. So summon, as well as like helping us clip through walls and stuff, it gives 3 XP every time you use it times your combat multiplier. So if it was 50, you'd get 150. But it also has 0 cooldown. It's like insanely cheap to cast. So
Yeah.
you just sort of spam it in between rounds to get just an absurd amount of XP.
Yeah, and I just got a swag, I guess Inferno, I don't know, or Inflame, I don't know. Basically, we, whenever our Berserk runs out, we can cast a spell, like, directly after that happens, and that's, it only happens, I'm gonna put my physical shield back on.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty solid wave. Welcome back, Toke, by the way. So yeah, we're just using our force push, and we've already, like, more than doubled our previous best combat multiplier, which is super nice.
Yeah, we're like approaching triple our
Yeah.
best. So.
And now we have Whisper, and again, she's annoying. But she provides one sole purpose in the arena, to be super annoying. But also, we can use her to skip dialogue, which is very nice. So
Yeah, and like normally skipping dialogue only saves a couple of seconds, but in this case, you're saving almost a couple of minutes because the announcer that you hear just really likes ramble on. So
that's a good
So-
song.
talking to Whisper basically instantly cancelled it.
Yeah.
So,
Also, you'll see that white Balvenie that took us 3 shots, we just kill it with 1 shot.
yeah, because the silver augmentations they basically multiply the amount of damage you do to the white Bavarian by 3, but then they also stack on top of each other. So where he has 2 in his bow at the moment, it multiplies it by 9, which is just crazy.
Those are pretty good Balverines.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
I'm gonna go
Got
over
them all
here.
killed in a good amount of time.
Yeah, now we talk to Whisper and we are done that wave. And now I'm gonna use Summon, so...
Rip users.
Yeah, rip headphone users, by the way. So, we already got like 40k will XP just from that small bit of spamming alone. And we get
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of experience throughout the arena because of that.
Also, like, you can summon spam to like such an effect that all the other like effects like fire and stuff just like stop spawning, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I often go a little bit overboard with how much I summon spam. Just not a bad habit, I suppose.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. Basically, the only thing you're limited by is the amount of will potions you have.
Also, that was alright. Yeah, like if you use too much, if you summon too much, you'll end up being a bit short on potions, and beating the arena without potions is a bit of a
Not
slog.
enough.
So it's
Luckily,
very...
the game, like, throughout the game, you'll get, like, a whole bunch of potions anyway, so for the most part, as long as throughout the run, you'll be fine, as long as you're not just using them completely.
Yeah, like I was just kind of stuck in a infinite damage loop because he was caught on the blade, so I just had to use Power and Flame on him. And now this is probably the most dangerous wave of the arena, and that is the bandits. And you may think, man, you're just cleaving through these guys. What's so dangerous about them? Well, oh, that guy's not dead.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of bandits, and their crossbows do crazy amounts of damage, and they can end up just sniping you and lowering your physical shield without you even being aware of it. So if that ends up happening, then you put yourself at great risk. So it's very important to manage your will throughout this very specific wave, because if you end up getting caught out, then you're going to lose a lot of your combat multiplier, and you don't want that to happen. I'll just impale that guy, because why not?
Yeah, it's always nice.
Whoop! Ah, Christ. Alright, well that
You
happened.
got hit.
Yeah.
So
I
you
tried
can see
swap-
just how easy it is to get
Yeah,
hit there.
yeah, like I tried my best to swap to a different, swap back to my physical shield, but I just got caught out so quick.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world though. It just means he might have to skip out on 1 or 2 upgrades. But again, where he was summon spamming a whole bunch before, he still got that XP to fall back on. And it's not like it's all's lost. It just means from here on out he'll probably get about half the XP.
Yeah, and this is the hardest wave of the arena, the Earth Trolls, so...
You misspelled easiest there, friend.
What? So yeah, they're just gigantic pushovers. Now this is probably the most technical wave of the arena right here, the rock trolls. So I'm gonna swap to my multi-strike, and I want to kind of go behind this guy. So you'll see the rock troll kind of like looking behind him all confused, and that's because I'm using Assassin's Rush on him, and it's kind of bugging out the AI, and he doesn't know exactly what's going on. He's just kind of stuck in an infinite loop right now, so... Yeah, my combat multiplier is just absolutely boned right now, but I think I'll be okay still.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It also doesn't help the fact that the rock trolls just have like an insane amount of toughness. So
Yeah,
unless
rock.
you have piercing, it you're not doing a whole bunch of damage at all.
Yeah, that's the one thing this route like kind of suffers with, is that the Sword of Aeons doesn't have any piercing on it. So, yeah, this is Arachnox, by the way, final wave. Also, cut off for the bid war for kill/spare whisper should be right now. So,
Yeah. So get your donations in, lads.
yeah, if you want to kill whisper, then donate right now. I don't know where the bid war is standing, but whatever. Come on now, Arachnox. There we go. So yeah, I can hit. I was about to say I can hit Arachnox in a way that will manipulate the AI into diving instantly, but I messed up. I did it the first time round, but I had messed up the damage cycle or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Typically, it's
It,
using one multi-strike and then another one, then a single hit. But man, this is a very tough one. Not an easy arena. Also, Whisper stole the kill from us. That is so annoying.
Yeah, it means you'll. Well, to be fair, you only have 6 multipliers, so you won't get that much XP. But
So,
still, nonetheless, it's the thought that counts.
all right. So this is the Whisper fight.
See the donation thing. See
You've
what's...
improved since training.
This Hob is the worst.
Come on.
All right. Well,
We agreed.
I don't know where the bid war stands. Oh no.
I think they're both even. So
Well, I guess we'll just spare her for goodness sake.
yeah.
Oh well. We've had no donations towards it.
Feels bad, man.
Womp womp womp. Oh well. Such is life. Alright, whatever. But there's a but. Butts are nice. We're going to the Grey House, by the way.
Always a fan of them.
Yeah, so the Grey House is kind of like the White House, but like a little more decrepit and depressing.
Yeah, it's actually a commentary on.
The current political climate. No, just kidding.
The developers over at Guildford in Lionhead in Guildford they really had their thinking caps on.
Yeah. So we're going to the Heroes Guild and we're gonna pick up some upgrades and we're gonna get another quest card. And I'm gonna hope that I have enough full XP. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Okay.
Yeah, it's more than enough.
We won't have enough for full accuracy though, which is unfortunate, but that's just an effect of not having full combat multiplier throughout the entire thing. Alright, so we fill up our Inflame and our Multi-Strike. Get one more Force Push, and we're going to pick up another spell, which is Slow Time. And contrary to belief, Slow Time helps with going fast, so...
But streamer, it's called slow time. Why would you go slow if you want to go fast?
It just helps.
Yeah, so the whole benefit of slow time is the fact that when it slows everything down apart from you, so it can help. It's mostly just used to keep enemies in check. Basically, we don't actually use it for fighting because again we just do absurd amounts of damage.
Thank you, ACB, for the good luck, and we have the $5 donation from a secret from everyone, or secret to everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's going to a good cause.
And a noble,
hello there.
noble incentive. Naming
Yeah.
the file names for Link to the Past. And this is Bowerstone North. This is the earliest we can get into this part of the game normally. We can get into it using funny means, and you can actually see how we get into there with funny means if you donate towards the glitch exhibition. It's
Maybe it's quite difficult to do, but
it's a little inconsistent, but it's fun when it does happen.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to buy the potions. Poop. So I purchased the most powerful weapon in the game. It was just kind of hanging out inside of a general store. I don't know why, but it's there. So we have the most powerful sword in the game. We won't be using it for now because the Sword of Aeons can carry us all the way to Maze, and then we have to swap over. And spoiler alert, we have to confront Maze for something. I do believe that he stole our biscuits. Alright, so in the spirit of being Zelda, we're gonna see a barrier be cast on right here. And we're gonna try and skip that barrier. So it should go pretty smoothly, but anything can happen, so. Our character is pretty buff, yeah. Alright, nice, I got barrier skip. So, you thought barrier skip was hard in Wind Waker? Well, in this
Barrier
Zelda
skip
game,
found.
it's so easy.
Quick post star / speedrun. Barrier skip found in original game.
Yeah. So yeah, with our barrier skip, that saves about like 12 seconds.
Yeah, roughly about that. So this next area here, just to explain, it actually operates on 2 different timers. So there's the timer you can see right now, which is counting down from 5 minutes. And there's also another hidden timer, which counts down to about 30 seconds. And after that 30-second mark, it means that, because if you kill the 2 minions on the pier here before the 30-second mark, you only have to kill them. But if not, you have to kill everyone, which is slow as hell.
Yeah, so we can just rush our way down there, and we can just kill those 2 minions right there, and not have to bother with everything else in the area. And right here, I'm going back to the guild, and I'm going to teleport back to the prison path, and that's called recall abuse. And what recalling is whenever we teleport out of the area, it places us to the nearest exit of the area. And there's only one exit for that area, which is that gateway, so it's a bit faster than walking up, if you have good enough loads. If you have like really bad loads, I would recommend just walking.
Yeah, or rushing.
Or rushing. I mean,
Yeah.
either or.
I mean, sometimes you just want to stop and enjoy the scenery.
Yeah. Now we're going to Litchfield Graveyard. We come here like 2 times during the run. 3 times, actually. And we're gonna see the only instance of fishing in the run, which is the best mini game ever of all time, without a doubt.
Streamer, you misspelled worst minigame.
You know, I'm really bad at that.
Ah, damn it. Need to work on your spelling.
That's the gravekeeper guy. He's kind of a bad dude, to be honest. He stole Nostro's armor and just kind of strewn it about the graveyard, and we have to pick it all up, so. We got Nostro's sword, and if you were me when you were a kid, you know that, you tried to equip that sword, but you couldn't, and you were very sad when you couldn't.
Just huge degrees of upset.
Yeah, and like there's this armor here, can't put that
Can't
on.
equip that. There's even a shield, you can't use that either.
Yeah, so we had to fish up this shield. You can see in the top right, there's the little fishing stuff going on. Sega Bass Pro Fishing right here. And this fish is notoriously bad, because if you misclick 3 times while it's reeling back, it will snap the line, so you gotta be very cautious. Sometimes you can get lucky and just have a really quick fish, but a lot of the time it'll just end up being really bad and annoying, so.
I mean, the worst case scenario is that your line snaps, and that means you just have to do it again and hope you get it right.
Yeah, snapping your line is the worst thing, because there's this animation that you have to go through, and then you have to start fishing again. Also, shout out to my arm.
My leg.
My leg! Bald!
So, $1 million question, are you going to be trying the clip?
Of course. So there's a clip that you can do here. It's called Swag Clip. It saves like a few seconds. And I got it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was going to say it is also quite inconsistent sometimes, so it also has the other nickname of Rip Clip, because you use it and then you'll try it and then just lose a bunch of time. Luckily, it's not like necessary at all. You can just walk around and it's
Yeah,
only a
like
couple of seconds
it's
slower.
often like a one and done attempt clip. If you don't get it the first time around, it is not worth trying to go for after that, because you'll have enemies closing in and you'll end up soft targeting those guys. So have to kill some hollow men. So I kill that hollow man, but that one doesn't count. So we shoot these guys. Have to wait for these guys.
The Gravekeeper was only dead inside.
Yeah. So we kind of try and lure these guys into the circle. They have to be within the circle in order to be able to be killed. So kill those guys. You use slow time there so they don't end up getting pushed outside of the circle before we can kill them. And they take forever to get back up, so it's very good to use slow time there. And now we are heading our way to Bargate Prison, and we're going to see a little cameo here. So there's the Hydra. Hi Hydra. Bye Hydra. He's a little camera shy. He doesn't like being on camera, but you know, he'll come back around.
Yeah, he isn't happy the fact we filmed him without his permission, so he's gonna be quite mad at us next time we roll by.
Yeah. So yeah, these undead will just spawn whenever and wherever in the underground area here, so sometimes you can get lucky and get some good spawns, and you can just rush through the area with these, but a lot of the time they'll end up just being in your way, like this guy. This guy's the worst, because like he'll always be in your way. He'll try and just impede your progress as much as he can. And here we are with the second potential nymph of the game. Well, not potential, this one's a scripted nymph, but these guys are annoying to deal with, and I hate them so much. Fortunately, we didn't have to deal with one earlier. Adam had mentioned it earlier, they are the fastest moving enemy in the game, and they just can fly across the map as fast as they freaking can. It is very irritating to deal with.
You don't! Get him! Get him!
These guys are very obsessive with telling the other man to get him. And that's our mother. She's in the cage, and we just kind of free her, so. We're trying to escape prison now.
How'd you get down here? Get him!
So the prisoners, you can imagine, so the end of the quest is basically you just coming back where you came from, so the ideal thing would be, oh hey, we should try and skip this quest because that'd be really good, but unfortunately we've tried a million different things. We've even tried modding the game to try and get a skip to work, and no such luck.
Yeah, there's no real known way to skip this segment. It's an auto-scroller. And we would typically run the game in French because it's about 25 seconds faster to run the game in
34
French.
seconds.
24?
34.
Oh, 34, my bad.
Come on, Biglaw, get your numbers right.
Shucks, sorry, it's a lot of seconds. But yeah, we can't use will here, unfortunately, due to regulations or something, I don't know, blame the government. Yeah, this section in particular is 34 seconds faster because the dialogue goes a lot faster because French people are more efficient in saying what they want to say, so English is a very slow language. So in the meantime, we can do stuff like this. We can just kind of roll around. Roll in place.
Beat the arena and let the big prize go to save Pretty Little Whisper, didn't you?
Yeah, we can just do things like this.
What'd you do? Kill a mayor? Slice up some pigs? Gordon can't believe he's down like. It's his birthday today. Follow us.
So yeah, there's a couple things we can do. You can also, there's like a cool view we can do here, so we can just kind of inspect the hero a bit. You can see his back. He's got some scars. And I have a pretty favorite view, so we can just kind of look at his butt.
Race us round the courtyard and take bets on who'll win.
Thick.
Oh, Biglaw, this is PG-13.
Hey, we can look at butts. It's not nudity.
It's not thick, that's thin.
So yeah, there's not really much we can do other than like punch the bars, roll around.
Contemplate life.
We can contemplate life. We can tell people to follow the Power Up with Pride Twitch channel. Be sure to
Support a very noble cause.
Yeah, supporting Trans Law Center. Very, very good cause. And I'm glad to say that we raised over $2,000 already this marathon, which is crazy. Thank you
Good job. Pat yourselves on the back.
Thank you to everyone who's donated so far. It is very, very much appreciated in helping out such a good cause. And you should also tweet out the stream by clicking that link. So.
Sounds fun. Let me hear it.
Alright, so now we're going to be racing around. So we were Zelda before, but now we're going to be Sonic. So we're going to be rolling around at the speed of sound. Because we can't use Assassin's Rush here, so it's all about the rolls. Yeah, these guys just like spew profanities at us and call us really mean things and hurts our feelings, but you know, we have to still keep going because it's just how it's got to be, or else we get whipped.
It's like a metaphor for life.
It really is.
You just have to keep rolling.
Yeah, keep rolling. Yeah, I can't imagine how much the hero's neck hurts rolling up these stairs. Like.
Also, who have you ever seen roll upstairs, let alone down?
Alright, I'm gonna do a quick little movement tech here. So, screen fades to black. I do a bit of a roll.
The cautionary song of the jail.
And doing that roll puts us a bit forward and helps us get to the code to unlock the Warden's Diary a little bit faster.
Of the jail.
We don't get to hear his great poetry because I guess I didn't set an incentive. Also, this is the Barbershop of Doom. Ta-da! He's got hair.
So I'd like to take this moment here to give you some hashtag beard facts.
Yes.
So if you would like to focus in on the hero here, so you'll notice he has a beard. It's kind of difficult to see because he has white hair, but essentially this beard style is the only time you can ever get in the game, because even though it's fully coded in, it's got a name, stats, price and everything, nobody in the game sells this style, which means that this is the only location you can get it. And then the worst thing is you can't even keep it because later on in the game, after you go on a ship for a while, you'll have a massive beard. So
yeah,
so cherish it while you can.
Yeah, it is quite unfortunate.
Look lively, scum.
Also, you do grow this like short length of hair. This is like the youngster style, but you can actually grow longer hair because you can stay in the prison for an extra year and you'll grow longer hair. But that's not what we want to do because that's not fast, so we will avoid staying in prison.
Plus, nobody likes prison, let's be honest.
Prison's not a good place. Hopefully this guy starts sideways. Ha, he did.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but like sometimes that guy will just like start the wrong way. It's really funny when it does happen. Like I was like, ooh, butterfly. I don't know. Yeah, if you're actually good enough, if you're good enough in the game, you can actually have butterflies fly around you. So, but if you're evil enough, you have flies, and you know that's kind of gross. Take a shower. Vroom. Representative of how fast we're going.
Yeah, exactly. The car's just so excited.
So yeah, we win yet again another poetry reading.
Gray is the prettiest color. Oh, gray is the prettiest color. Oh, gray.
Sometimes you can be fast enough to skip the "oh, gray is the prettiest color" part, but we're not that fast, so.
It seems the warden has lost his.
So we are now free from prison. I could free the prisoners, but that'd be slow. So we're gonna be evil. Yes, you can ruin Zelly's day by voting for a class to play as. There's a multitude of classes you can pick from. including mage, probably. I haven't taken the look at the incentives, but there is quite a few classes you can pick from in order to mess with Zoe's run. So yeah, we've now... Oh yeah, so the prison guard specifically said that the will stuff will not work in here, but for some reason they kept all our magic power within that box. I don't know how, like, they manifested the technology to store magic powers within a box, but, you know, I'm not going to question it.
It's always best not to.
Yeah.
It can cause trouble.
Yeah. And also, Jack of Blades, he's looking for the sword that we have in our very back right now, and no one bothered to tell him that it was just hiding inside a box this entire time, so... It's been there for
The
what,
sword
like...
was with you the entire time.
Yeah, it's been there for what, like a year and a half or so, probably? At least a year's time. It's just been inside a box. Like, his own box. Like, he's been looking for this thing forever. He's been looking for it for eternity, and it's been inside his box this entire time. Like,
It's always the place you least expect it, man.
yeah, it's like, oh, where did I keep my keys, my Sword of Aeons? It's like, oh, it was on the counter, of course.
He just, the next time he sees the hero, he's just like, oh, that's where, oh, no.
And that's where I left it. On his back.
Meanwhile,
Alright.
the hero's just wondering if he left the fridge on.
Yeah. So here is the Kraken yet again. We're gonna make some calamari of these tentacles.
Can I say you just do a cracking good job of it? Sorry, I'll take my leave now.
There's life in me still.
So yeah, we can just kind of make our mom get hit because she's really dumb and just walks into laser beams. What a fucking idiot. No.
Who would do that? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. She'll just follow you and like... I don't know. And we didn't get full accuracy, so I'm gonna have to use an Inflame on the Kraken to finish him off. And it's such a drama queen, like, we get it, you're dying, shut up. God.
We get it, you babe.
Thank you, ACB, for the donation. I do appreciate you donating to a good cause. Now we're going back to Barrowfield, because we need to go into Darkwood. We return to our swamp. Our stomping lands.
Yeah.
Our swamping grounds. So, yeah, we come in here, and we have to just kill some stuff, because what would this game be if we didn't kill some things? So... Oh, that was a bad soft target right there. Yeah, so that nymph, there's nymphs in this area, and if you soft target them, you're just gonna go way off course, and it's not good. So
You need to get to the Palace Gate in the middle of Darkwood.
we need to kill some undead things because
The gate will open.
reasons. Like, they don't have normal batteries in this game. They, you know, charge everything with souls, so... Oh, that was pretty good. That was like 5 in flames.
Yeah, it was nearly 4 as well. It's really good.
Yeah, sometimes it can take like up to 7 or 8 in flames if you're unlucky to fully charge up the batteries, I guess. I don't know. But getting him in 5 is super good. KJ, the world record holder for this game, got a 4 in flame one time. That was pretty nuts.
Yeah, I think one of my PBs, I also got it in 4 as well. It's just like the fastest I've ever done it. So every time I go back to that split, it's just like I'm never going to get a gold split again.
Yeah. And I just swapped over to the Solus Greatsword, and that is the strongest melee weapon in the game that we have access to. I don't think there's anything stronger than it, so...
Are you in your way?
And also we're going to pick up some potions here. And that's the sound of our mother getting kidnapped again, because that's all she's good at. Honestly.
Also, at this point, I'd like to give a shout out to Clean Sarah because that is his favorite line.
Yeah, he's a huge fan of the sounds of kidnapping. What's wrong with him? No. I don't know. He like I don't know. Yeah, our
Can't
mother got
believe you've
kidnapped
done
yet
this.
again, so we have to figure out what's going on. So we have to go to Hook Coast, and we're gonna confront Maze.
We've got to get out of here!
So this coming fight is probably it's a bit of an important fight because if you mess it up, you end up losing like 15 to 20 seconds, which is pretty not good. Actually, no, you lose more than that. You lose like 40 seconds.
Yeah, it's. Sadly, at this point, you are at the mercy of RNG for this fight.
Not exactly, like...
Mostly RNG. Okay, I'm just bad.
Yeah, there's like a frame perfect hit that we need to make on Maze if we want to end up saving time. Also, I whiffed on him on the first swing. How embarrassing is that?
Yes, this is what happens when things don't go to plan.
So yeah, he's gonna teleport over this way, and he's gonna launch some hob balls at us.
I should have killed
And he physical shielded up yet again, so...
Damn, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, this fight's... Alright, I got a hit. He should teleport to the pier, though. No, he went up to the lighthouse. Oh.
Oh yeah, you got an extra hit on him here.
Well, that's not what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, normally it's that you can hit him twice at the start. He'll go out just outside the shop. You'll hit him twice there, and then he'll skip the lighthouse. But unfortunately, we've done the opposite. But we don't talk about that.
But fortunately, I got a nice frame perfect hit on him right there, so he didn't teleport to the bottom of the lighthouse.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, it was a bit of a recovery, and thank you, ACB, for the extra $5 donation. Should have been mashing escape there to skip that weary look that the guildmaster was giving us.
Yeah.
Giving us those puppy eyes. So this is probably one of the more RNG dependent sections of the game right here. These undead and minions will spawn, and there's also wraiths. They all spawn basically wherever they really feel, so... Movement in this section is largely dependent on the spawns that you get, so... If you get lucky, you can have pretty decent spawns, and they'll assist you in assassin rushing like that. But if you get bad ones and they're really off to the far on the side, you have to just end up rolling past them. That's a bit slower. And I zap Jack of Blades right there because we don't have to fully go up and confront him. All we have to do is just deal damage to him, and it'll trigger the cutscene to bring us to the next area. So using lightning is the best way to trigger the cutscenes because it's a really fast cast and we can hit from very far away. So there's Thunder. If we had killed Whisper, he would have had a slightly different dialogue and would have been a little bit annoyed with us, but honestly, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he'll make a cameo later on.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Cameo. He is very vital
Count as
to
cameos, right?
he's very vital to finishing the game, so we are making our way through Windmill Hill. We've been here before. It's supposed to be a little bit like apocalypsy and stuff going on, but sometimes it just doesn't want to be apocalypsy, and that's alright, I suppose.
Yeah. It can be apocalypsy if it really wants to.
$20 from Edgeworth. Thank you for the $20 donation. Put that toward Zelly using Thief during FFR. Alright. And we just completed that quest, and we're coming up on the end of the main, like, original game, so...
You must get to the Chamber of Fate in the
we're not quite done yet because we've still got the expanded part.
Yeah, so this is where the vanilla game would typically end, but we have more of the game to complete, so... So we're entering the Chamber of Fate, and there's our sister, and our mother gets killed during the cutscenes, so we get like emotional, and we're really angry and berserked, so... That's Jack of Blades. I didn't get it. There's a like a 1-frame window where you can start charging back your bow during a cutscene, and it saves about 3.5 seconds if you have full accuracy, and about 4 if you don't have full accuracy. So we have to go back, and we gotta charge our bow back enough. And since I didn't have full accuracy, I didn't fully kill him. And now we have the Sword of Aeons yet again, and we kill our sister because it's the fastest thing to do, so... And thing to note, we can't get 2 of the same weapon, so don't think that we have 2 Swords of Aeons. We can't akimbo those, unfortunately. As badass as that would be. It's not meant to be.
As fun as that would be, but no luck. To be fair, we would be just using the Solus Greatsword anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up a upgrade, Berserk. We couldn't get full upgrade to Berserk beforehand because some spells are locked based upon their alignment, so we could not fully upgrade it until we were evil enough, so... Another good reason to kill our sister during that segment. And I just did another summon clip because it's like a 1.5 seconds faster than talking to the Demon Door directly. And now we have some high-intensity puzzle gameplay, so this is pretty intensive.
That didn't look nice. Moon to sun. That's good. Sunny! Sunny! I don't want to... Take your time now.
So yeah, we kill the prophets of the Fireheart in very specific orders because if you kill a certain prophet, then it will change the tile set for the other tiles that we get for the next prophets. So we killed this guy, and then we have the next one, and yada yada yada. They'll have different tile sets depending on what you do. So hello, Buffalo. How are you?
Also, Sunny.
This is Sunny. Sunny. It's a lot better in French because he goes like soleil, soleil, which is sun or sunny in French. And this guy's really annoying. He's just an old fart. He's an old brat. I just kill him because why not?
You bastard! You just don't care, do you?
Nah, I don't really care at all.
I knew this was coming.
I care immensely.
So now we have the Fireheart. $5 donation from Buff Flag, so you can celebrate. Hope you get that level 1 fade because it's White Mage time. Nice. White Mage. Oh, I put on my sunglasses. Would that be slow? So we return to Hook Coast yet again because we have some unfinished business to attend to here, so we need to go to the lighthouse that we had broken into earlier, and we need to place a Fireheart on a little stand. Also, fun fact, if you don't break the door down during the run, the door will still be open for some reason after you beat Jack of Blades, so... And this is a summoner. This guy is a big bully. And I did not have my multi-strike on, so that is unfortunate. Oh, I got a fast kill. Fast kills are pretty random, and having the first one be a fast kill is not really that beneficial because you can take the time after you kill the first summoner to move on to the next summoners that you can kill, so... I had some pretty bad movement along the way, so... Yeah, I'd say like optimal death cycles for the summoners is to have the last one be a fast kill. So because the second one you're just moving to the last one, and it being killed quickly or not is completely negligible. So.
Hey, the teleporters are up and running. Nice one. I'm going to have a look around after speaking to Sai.
Alright, so now we're meeting another type of troll. This is an ice troll. And it did ground pound. That was a bit of a waste of time, unfortunately. And you may notice that its health is gated because for some reason it has different waves and health is just gated based upon what wave it's in, so gotta wait for it to do that. And now we can kill it. So oh god, I swallowed. Alright. I breathed in
Don't
spit.
die on us.
I breathed
I
in
might have to
saliva.
take over.
No, I breathed in some saliva. Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to take over.
I need some CPR, man. Oh jeez. I'm still alive, don't worry.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet. But yeah, that barrier can be a little bit slow to unlock. Also, we got a troll here, which is pretty nice. You can sometimes have minions spawn over there, and they will end up being you'll end up soft targeting them when trying to go through the area, and having the troll there is just better because you don't target it whatsoever. So
Also, I'd just like to point out the fact that it's kind of fun how, or not fun how, the start of the game we're like trying to kill things as quickly as possible, and now that we can kill them as quickly as possible, like everything has a health threshold, so
yeah,
it means that we can't
that's
kill them in a
annoying.
single hit.
Yeah, I'm dying, Leggy. Send help. Send donations as well to streamlabs.com/donate/powerup-with-pride, I believe, or you can just type !donate in the chat. There's a cutscene trigger for this area, and this is a necropolis. And if you remember playing this, you know, way back in the day, you remember digging up every single grave, and it was a real pain in the butt. Well, we can check which graves we can dig up. And we want to be looking for 3 specific names. Alright, so we're going to go through here. We're not going to dig up any of those graves, and we want to look for the graves that are marked with the green markers on the mini-map. So we want 3 names. We want George W., Tifeng, surprisingly enough, that's the guy, and I love it, because those are some developers of the game, and their graves specifically hold the tablets that hold the secret of the YMCA, so...
And we're not joking with that, you actually learn the YMCA by doing
Yeah, we do learn the YMCA, I'm not lying. That is true, we do have an incentive for a glitch showcase, and George W. Alright, that's pretty nice. Didn't have to go all the way to the end. Like the optimal...
That's almost like the anniversary one.
Yeah, the anniversary edition of the game, the spawns for the tablets are not randomized, which is pretty nice, but that's the only good thing about anniversary.
Well, that and the glitches.
The glitches, yeah. Alright, that's a pretty decent necropolis, and we're going to make our way back to Snowspire Village, and we have to do the YMCA for the Oracle, but you won't see it because, you know, you had to skip the cutscenes, so...
Back to Snowspire now and see if we can awaken the Oracle.
And after awakening the Oracle, we are taught that we need to gather some heroes' souls in order to open up the Bronze Gate in order to fight Jack of Blades. So,
Yeah, you have 2 choices of doing this. There's like the good way or the evil way. Where the good way is you like take the soul of a dead person basically, or the evil way is you kill a hero off and get their soul instead.
Yeah, so here we will meet up with Thunder yet again because we need the arena's soul. So there's like options like we could kill ourselves, but you know then we wouldn't be able to complete the game, so that's not a good choice.
Yeah.
We could go to the arena and fight some like undead things, or we can kill Thunder. So that was a bit bad. I didn't have my multi-strike on for the first hit, but we killed Thunder in 3 hits, so he's a big baby.
He's also dead.
He's also dead. He's a dead big baby.
Do you have a serene soul? Come back to the shrine and see if it works.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe I've done this.
Works.
So now the next soul that we need is the heroine soul, and we could either get the soul of our mother, or we can just steal Briar Rose's soul. So we'll do that because that's the fastest choice. And she'll spawn around us right now. Oh, nice. We got it on the first
You'll have to find
first
me
force
first.
push. So she'll spawn around us, and there'll be like illusions, and we just use force push to figure out which one is the real one. And it's usually pretty easy to tell which one is the real one because she'll make a grunt or whatever, and since there's surround sound, we can tell which one is the right one. Also, that's not exactly what I wanted to do, but whatever. And now we're gonna make our way to Litchfield Graveyard, and we're gonna be abusing the recall mechanic yet again because it's one of the good things that Fable has to offer. So. So yeah, we want to make our way across this bridge, we want to be on the dirt, and we're going to make our way to the Heroes Guild. And be sure not to go back to the Archon Shrine, because that would be bad.
That would ruin
That'd be
everything.
very bad. So we talked to the guy inside the guild, and now we go back to the old graveyard path. And that triggers the, I guess, the summoning of Nostro and the events required to get the oldest soul. And the oldest soul can either be the Guildmaster or it can be Nostro. And Nostro's like 30 seconds faster, so we'll opt for that.
Yeah, it was only recently we found out he was faster by using this strat, otherwise, because before we was killing the Guildmaster and that was just an insane RNG fight. Not fun.
Alright, so we have the Soul of Nostro, and we're coming up on the final quest of the game. And, yeah. It'll be there's about a minute left of the game, so.
Yeah, the final boss is a surprising pusher.
Yeah, like all the bosses are real pushovers, because we just get the most overpowered things.
Come to the Bronze Gate. We have unfinished business.
So yeah, we previously fought Jack of Blades. He was in that cool human form. He had the cool robe and stuff. He was pretty awesome. But now Jack of Blades is a little bit different. I believe that he got a Dragoplasty, so he's now a dragon.
Yeah, yes, that's a new hip thing to do.
Yeah, you know, like, you want to be a dragon? Go ahead. Why not? It's what all the cool ethereal interdimensional beings are doing.
Yeah, that want to enslave the world.
Yeah. So now we have the choice to either put on the mask or throw it away. But the fast thing to do is just throw it away, so we'll throw it into the lava. And Kobe! And that is the game. That is Fable the Lost Chapters, any percent.
Done in a speedy amount of time.
Pretty speedy. I, wasted some time, but it's alright.
It was a battle
Yeah.
that would be talked about for centuries to come. The day the hero of Oakvale slew.
So yeah, that is Fable. I'm assuming that we did not reach the glitch exhibition, unfortunately, but that's alright. Yeah. Well, that is
Sorry,
alright.
There's always next time.
There's always next time. Next year.
Next year.
Next year we'll get it. But yes, thank you all for tuning in to Fable Lost Chapters. I've been Biglaw. This is Power Up with Pride, supporting Trans Law Center, and
I'm going to bed.
You're going to bed again. Yeah, next up we have a Final Fantasy randomizer, I believe, which is going to be pretty cool. So tune into that, and have a good night, everyone, or good morning. Final Fantasy 1.
Have a day.
Have a day. Have a good one.
Bye.
Goodbye.